Everybody, it's Captain Dave Hegel, Pamlico Pirate Fishing Charters out here on the Neuse River. I'm actually sitting out here in front of Orchard Creek, scouting for this week's adventures on these old drum in the Neuse River. We've had a big push come in the last few days. Those of you that followed my last report, we were catching fish from Newber and all the way up to Bay River, but there were sections of the river that were holding fish. Now we seem to have proliferation pretty much all the way up and down the system. A lot of fish caught the last couple days. I had something I wanted to share with everybody that I thought was going to be helpful. I went fishing with a friend of mine the other day, and was only taking 2 rods with me and 1 little tackle box. And after I got in his boat, I realized, I was like, you know what, that might be interesting for people to see. So I brought that box with me today, and right now I'm talking artificial only. I will be doing some ledge fishing and some rock fishing. We've got a full moon coming on the 7th, so some of my clients, we will be doing still fishing with cut bait, mullet, and menhaden, and some of them will be doing artificial only. It depends on their preference. It also depends on the wind and a couple other factors. But the other day I wanted to catch something with artificial. So what did Captain Dave have in his box? Well, the old trusty popping cork. I had 2 airheads in the boat, or in the box. Chartreuse and white, and then that mullet color. So this was going to be on a DOA jig underneath the popping cork. So that's pretty much my standard 2 colors for when I'm out here. Sometimes I'll throw a purple in there as well. I also had my Tsunami Gold Spoon. I believe this is a 2 ounce. I use this to get below the bluefish. Sometimes those big reds are underneath there. I've got 1 ounce rattle trap. Got wire on all of this, by the way. I don't like losing. In fact, one of the baits that's not in this box was a Nomad twitch bait, similar to an MR, a gold one. I lost that because I didn't have it wired up. But here's the rattle trap, and that Nomad would have been in there. I've got a Nomad Frenzy, which is a vibrating bait. And then I have 2 top water plugs. My golden chartreuse, kind of a peanut style, if you will, popper chugger type deal. I do walk it. And that was all I took. So I felt pretty confident that I had everything covered with those items in the box. So I'm out here today because we've had that push. I want to see how active the fish are on the surface. It's only 10:30 in the morning, so it's very calm out here. So I'm just going to ride around, and I want to look for menhaden. I want to look for those bait balls. I want to look for, do I see any fish in the shallow, or do I see them out on the ledges? This is my recon for, basically, I'm booked out for September. So I'm looking for the next 3-4 days of my trip. So how am I going to approach it? I'm at the mouth of the river right now. I'll probably ride up towards the ferry and take a look around. And whichever part of the river looks like it has the most bait, that's where I'm going to start tomorrow. If I'm not catching them on the top, if they're not surfacing, if there's boat traffic, I'm going to use my side scan, see if I can find bait that way. If I see menhaden up shallow, I'm going to make sure these fish haven't moved up shallow. They're roaming, what is it, 21 miles a day. So anyway, I thought I'd give you that update. I thought that tackle box might be something interesting for some of you. Again, I really appreciate everybody booking me out for September. I think I do have a couple days left in October. Again, last year, my best week was that first week in October. I think some of that is a lot of the guides are also duck hunting guides. So they switch over to duck mode, and a lot of you are also duck hunters. I love duck hunting myself. But that last week, that first week last year in October was a super week for us catching old drums. So if you want to try to get in a trip and you can't get me in September, we'll look at October. And then we move into false albacore, one of my favorite times of the year. Cape Lookout will be doing false albacore that mid-October up to about Thanksgiving. So big day coming up tomorrow night. It's going to be East Carolina University versus the Wolfpack of North Carolina State. I'm going to go ahead and call it Pirates 34, NC State 31, Pirates come back to Greenville with the W, back-to-back wins over the Wolfpack of North Carolina State. Everybody have a great week. Be safe out there. There's going to be a tremendous amount of boats on the water over the next 4 weeks. So I wish everybody nothing but success, safety, and go Pirates. All right, this is Captain Dave Hegel, Pamlico Pirate Fishing Charters, wishing you a wonderful, wonderful old drum season.